I teach legal studies here at Scone Grammar School. Legal studies is an interactive way of students understanding our legal system that impacts upon us every single day. It is a social approach to the legal system. It's not just for students wishing to participate in the legal system in a more formal way after school. Everyone is surrounded by the law in everything we do each day, and it just allows students to have a more informed approach as they work through life in family situations, work situations, as well as driving, etc. In Year 11, we study the basic concepts of the legal system, as well as case studies on law reform, so students get to pick what is happening in our society at the moment and how that is changing how we interact. So case studies could be things around death penalty, it could be looking at gun law reforms, it could be looking at young drivers and changes to legislation. It's really up to the students to what's happening at the time. We also look at resolving disputes, both formal and informal means. We look at our rights and responsibilities and how these interact both whole of Australia as well as in workplaces, schools, etc. We conduct 2 case studies on the disadvantages suffered by migrants in Australia and the disadvantages historically suffered by women in Australia. The other opportunity that Year 11 legal studies students get to partake in is the mock trial competition. There is also a mediation competition run by the Law Society. This is a practical means where students get to compete against other schools within a courtroom context and get to prove a case as to whether a party is guilty or not. Some of these offences are criminal and some are civil. It just depends on the case from the Law Society. It can be a wonderful means of students learning how to interact within the court system. We also have the opportunity to visit courts and correctional services facilities to learn about that aspect. In Year 12, the units study the human rights, criminal law, family law, as well as shelter. This allows students to combine their knowledge from the Year 11 course and specialise it into the different topics. Human rights is much more an international topic, where family law, shelter and crime are Australian based. If you have any further questions or would like any more information about legal studies, please feel free to contact me.